discretion is advised.
Man rescued days after being thrown into a 55-feet pit. A 66-year-old man was rescued from an underground pit in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Sunday morning by a team of personnel from the St. Catherine Fire Department. The rescue came more than 2 days after the man was dumped into the pit by gunmen who reportedly abducted and robbed him. Reports said that about 9:30 p.m. on Thursday, George Smart of a Gregory Park, Portmore address in St. Catherine drove his Nissan 80 wagon motorcar to Jones Avenue in Spanish Town to deliver a package, but was held up by 2 men armed with guns. He was abducted and robbed of an undetermined sum of cash and his motorcar, and was taken to a section of the community where he was thrown into the underground pit and reportedly left under guard above the pit. About 7:30 on Sunday morning, the authorities were alerted to his presence in the pit, and firefighters and police personnel went to the location. Smart was removed from the pit at about 9:30 a.m. and was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital for treatment.
He is now being transported to the Spanish Town Hospital by our EMS team. He was found laying down under another section. It's as I said, it's about 55 feet deep. And he was under, if you look down in that hole, you couldn't see him. So the firefighter had to go down and retrieve him and then tie him up and pull him out. I understand he was in the pit since Thursday. He was kidnapped, his car stolen, and he was dumped there. I have not yet spoken with the police, but what I understand that somebody was there guarding him, and on the arrival of the police, that person ran. And so.
Woman charged with the demise of her grandmother remanded into custody. A woman charged with the stabbing death of her 84-year-old grandmother in Smithville District near Cross Keys in Manchester in March of this year has been remanded into police custody. Ramalia Paulkins, a 27-year-old resident of Melbourne Heights, Kingston 17, appeared in the Manchester Parish Court on Friday. She is charged with the murder of Elvira Wilson Palmer of Smithville District. The matter was adjourned until June 23 due to the case file being incomplete. However, the prosecutor indicated that the post-mortem report is to be available in the coming days. As a result, Paulkins was remanded. Police had reported that on Monday, March 22, at about 8 a.m., residents alerted them to the deceased woman's home in Smithfield, where her body was seen with stab wounds to the upper section. An investigation was launched and Paulkins was subsequently taken into custody. She was charged with murder the following day. She has been in custody since that time. The police are yet to disclose a motive for the killing.
Neighbors found the senior citizen's body in a chicken coop at the back of her yard in Grovetown, Smithfield, Manchester, about 8 a.m. Monday, March 22. The body had stab wounds to the back and neck.
I feel it from my mother to see how the girls stab up my mother and kill my mother, sir. I remember could have my mother right now beside me. My mother doesn't do any little thing for her grandchildren. Then. And I don't know, is that maybe our daughter must send some little money for her or she really want it.
Still, family members say they never saw this coming. The accused lived with her father, Nelson Bradbury, in Harbourview, St. Andrew.
She was acting strange for the past month, you know. She was acting strange, you know. I never expect this.
She don't even live with my mother. She just come and visit my mother, and that's not my mother grow her. She should stay with her father.
Ms. Palmer remembers her mother as very independent with a strong Christian faith.
The lady looked like a 60-odd-year-old and she's 86-year-old and she looks so young and fitable. She's not a weak old person where you say she weak in her bed, can't get up. She can't move around and do her things, sir. She even wash out her clothes in the morning, put it on the line. She do every little thing to help herself. Every day the lady get up, she say her prayers and read her Bible. Or if her Bible, the girl burn up.
Investigators say Mrs. Palmer may have been killed inside her house the night before or early Monday morning, and her body left outside.
Man dies in crash after hitting stray dog. A Trelawney man died as a result of injuries he sustained during a motor vehicle crash that started with the vehicle hitting a stray animal on a roadway in the parish on Saturday morning. The deceased has been identified as 36-year-old Michael Pingay of Carey Park Duncans in the parish. Reports said that about 6 p.m., Pingay was driving a Toyota Premio motorcar along the Braco Main Road when he lost control of the vehicle after hitting a stray dog. The motor vehicle careened off the roadway and crashed into trees. Pingay, who was the lone occupant in the vehicle, sustained multiple serious injuries and died on the spot. The Trelawney police are investigating the incident. Lottery scammer arrested and charged after disembarking flight at Sangster International Airport. A 32-year-old electrician was arrested and charged with a number of offenses under the Proceeds of Crime Act after getting off a flight at the Sangster International Airport in St. James on April 26. Romain Ricardo Jarrett, a resident of Flower Hill District in Montego Bay, St. James, was questioned in the presence of his attorney on April 27 and later charged with conspiracy to defraud, possession of criminal property, conspiracy to possess criminal property, conspiracy to transport criminal property into Jamaica, and engaging in transactions involving criminal property. Jarrett was subsequently offered bail in the sum of $400,000 and is scheduled to appear in the Westmoreland Parish Court on May 19. According to a release from the Financial Investigations Division (FID) on Friday, Jarrett was a person of interest in an ongoing money laundering probe that is being conducted by the agency and the Constabulary Financial Unit (CFU). In one incident that has been linked to Jarrett's arrest as far as 2011, law enforcement personnel in the United States visited the home of a victim of a lottery scamming after identifying that the person fell prey to a fraudulent scheme. A sworn statement was given by the victim, who fingered Jarrett as the main perpetrator. In this case, there are multiple players involved in the scamming activity. Nabbing Jarrett and others in his circle also required teamwork from Jamaican agencies and U.S. law enforcement. Locally, it was the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, and the Jamaica Customs Agency, JCA, supporting our investigative efforts, said FID Principal Director Keith Darien in the statement. Darien added that, "We've been trying to get a hold of Jarrett since 2015, and now he will have his day in court and justice will be served."